Right, hello everyone. So I have managed to steal Richard Cooper for a couple of minutes for the podcast, because when Kate and I got a little bit drunk, Coopes was also drunk at the time, and he said, "Just let's do the podcast." So now I have basically made him do that. So Coopes, hello.
Hello, thanks for coming to see me at the MCN live show. I'm sure you've travelled all the way down here just to see me.
Yeah, about an hour. Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know you, do you want to just say who you are, what you're famous for?
Yes, so Richard Cooper previously rode in British Superbikes for build-based Suzuki. This year riding for, again, build-based Suzuki, but in a different championship, so riding in the Superstock Championship, amongst a busy schedule for the year, which I'm sure we're going to come to.
Yes, that was the number one thing. When I thought, right, I'm going to speak to Coopes about some things, that was the number one thing that I wanted to talk about, was the road racing, which is, I don't know, it's a bit of a curveball for, like, I don't know, for me, and I was speaking to Kate about it, like, we kind of didn't see that coming. Is that something that you've done before, or has it always been on the horizon?
It's quite funny because you messaged me after my announcement of the Superstock and said I totally called that.
Yeah,
That's what
totally
I knew you was doing that. And the road racing scene was happening at the same time, but obviously it was due to be released a later date. Something that the first time I visited the Northwest 200 was 2017, with a view of doing it, but the circumstances wasn't right. It seemed the right year to do it, so it was put on the back burner. And then once I announced I was doing Superstock, which makes my year a little bit easier in the terms of it's not so demanding being a superbike rider. I have more time on my hands, and with being that, I went to the team. I said the schedule for Northwest 200, it's in my diary. If we can make it happen, then let's go do it. And it all come together nicely, and we signed the deal.
Have you heard our podcast where we were talking about you? You can say no.
I have.
Have you?
I secretly listen to you two. I finally buy music.
It's all coming out now. Because in that we were saying, like, wow, like, okay, so BSB, we're not saying it's safe, but it's, there's marshals, there's runoff areas, there's, all of those different things. Like, there's an ambulance right there if you need it. Like, road racing is like a totally different thing. And I do see that side of it, and that's why I've approached it, in the way that I do in all of my racing. And I try to use, I sometimes might look young, but I've sort of been racing a long time, 20 years. How old are you?
35.
Okay.
I'm 36 this year. I have a wealth of experience, and I like to think that I can take that to road racing. I want to be competitive, of course I do. I want. In hindsight, I want to win races, but I also know that there's a safety element involved, and I will do what it takes to get a result, but also to be safe.
Does it scare the shit out of you?
Nah, I think
Does
right.
It not?
Nah. I think you guys know me quite well. You see me race Donington Burnout Festival. You see me race the Thunderdome here at the Motorcycle Live Show. I'm not scared of getting close to barriers. I
was loving the wheelies right up this corner here. I was loving that.
Yeah. So,
is the TT the ultimate goal then?
And honestly, no, it's not.
Is it not?
No. I went out there with some friends, and one of my friends had a big old crash down Bray Hill, and I was like, no, it's not for me. I love it. I was very close to having a parade lap round there, and unfortunately got cancelled due to weather, which I was devastated about. Hopefully that will happen again, just at my pace. But I think the TT is, obviously we know it's next level from the Northwest, and I'm not prepared really to take it to that level. Yet. We'll see.
We'll see. You'll get to the Northwest and then be like, you'll win it, and then be like, now what? Where do I go from here?
Well, anytime we'll tell with that one.
We'll see. Right, what else was I going to ask you? I was going to ask you if you could be any other racer in any discipline at all, who would you be and why?
I've never been asked that question.
I thought of that myself.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'll have to message you an answer. I think. Can I text you an answer and then you edit it in on the way out?
I'll just edit it in and just pretend to talk like you.
Because it's a great question. Great question.
Because you do so many kind of disciplines.
Yeah.
You do like the mini bike racing, you do the flat tracking, you do, you know,
a bit of motocross,
everything,
road racing, Superstock, and I do that because I'm a big kid at heart, and that's all honesty. And people are like, oh, why do you do that? And I'm like, because I just enjoy riding motorbikes, and that is the honest answer. So I would like to genuinely think about that question you just answered me and give you a genuine answer, not something that's just going to come to the top of my head, because great question.
Yeah. Okay. I'm struggling to think of anything else now. What else are you doing this year? So what kind of events are you going to and stuff like that?
So obviously we'll be all rounds of the British Superstock Championship. We'll be at Northwest 200. I will be more than likely out on a superbike at some point throughout the season, maybe, depending if the season goes well or not. Obviously I do the British Mini Bike Championship, which we spoke about. You know, I try and go along there, help the kids that are coming through, the young talent.
That looks amazing. I'm following so many people on my Instagram who are just, you know, they're in the mini bike championship and stuff. It looks so good. Yeah,
you know, so I get to do those events, but also alongside that, probably hopefully some Suzuki events, which you guys have both been to before, which obviously, you know, they're great days. And
I'm hoping for Bruntingthorpe again. I'm hoping. I didn't go that hard at Bruntingthorpe because I didn't want to be the person that crashed. Although I was the person that crashed first, I didn't want to be the person that crashed the Jigsaw or anything like that. So I'm desperately hoping for that again. Yeah,
you know, they're great days, because for me it's an enjoyable day. I'm riding the motorbike.
Yeah.
But for you guys, like, I don't put myself on a pedestal and think that I'm too much of a rider or whatever to be at them events, but you know, you jumping on the back of me and then saying how amazing it is, that to me is a perfect day.
That was absolutely crazy. So yeah, Coopes took me Pilly. I went on the booster, because it had the handle and a bigger seat, because I just saw Kate go out on the Jigsaw, which had no seat, and lucky she's got like a tiny arse, because I was like, I looked at it and I was like, no, definitely not. To be honest, I think we did like 3 laps, and at the end of the second lap I was ready to come in. Like, I was hurting so much from holding onto the backward and holding forwards as well. I thought it was going to come off. Yeah. Because you kept going over the chicane as well. That was really great for a pillion to be on the back with your arse coming completely off the seat. It was really good. But yeah, I hope they do something cool like that again.
I'm sure they will. You know, it's a growing, you know, that kind of day is growing. It's getting bigger and bigger, and we have to put more social media days on, because end of the day, it's you guys that are getting our name out there and pushing that side of things. So, you know, there's no reason why those days shouldn't be happening. Hopefully, you know, we all get invited along and can do it again.
Fingers crossed. and the Norton event?
Well, yes, absolutely signed up for it. But I've got to fly to Italy on the Sunday, so it's looking like Saturday race day. Big dinner dance Saturday night, which obviously, you know, was a great night, so I won't miss that. And then I've got to be, unfortunately, I've got to be the best man at my mate's wedding in Italy.
For God's sake, can he move it?
And that's what I said to him, but he's already based his wedding around my BSB schedule, so to cancel on him now, I think he'd be heartbroken.
That was such an amazing event, and I had the Jigsaw, and it was absolutely horrific. It was the worst bike I could have ever brought there, but I didn't know what everyone else was bringing, so this year I'm going to turn up with some kind of little 150 something. Or
you need something that you can ride, not it ride you around the little track, and actually have some fun with it. You know, you've seen what we were doing on those little bikes. Great day.
And the amount of crashes.
The amount of crashes, yeah.
Didn't you go into the hairpin at one point as well?
My mate Kyle Ryder, who I'm riding with today, actually, he sent me over the hay bales in the last race of the day, and yeah, took the prize money as well from that.
Oh, really?
He did, yeah.
I love his knee down style today.
Yeah, very cool.
It's scary. Watching it, because he's going like this.
Yeah.
Can't really see that on a podcast, but yeah, there we go. Right, yes, thank you very much for talking to me. I can't think of any other questions right now.
I think we've covered quite a bit. I'm going to come back to you with that answer. Any rider in any discipline, who would it be? I think one thing I could give you a hint on it is nobody in the modern era.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Nobody in the modern era, yeah. You know.
I bet you'll come back to me and be like, yeah, I want to be someone from last year.
No, it's not. It's genuine. It's not. You know, the modern era a little bit frustrates me. I guess I'm a bit old school, but that's just my opinion.
Well, thank you for talking to me, and good luck for. Oh my God, you're wearing a steel shoe. I've just noticed that. I didn't know that you were doing that on whatever that is. What is that?
It's flat track.
Yeah, but it's not gravel, is it?
No, it's like polished.
It's like slippery.
Yeah, it's quite slippery.
I didn't expect that. Sorry, but yeah, good luck. Thank you for talking to me, and I'll see you again soon.
You're welcome. Thank you.